So here is the problem that we currently have, is that while this is not very noticeable in this frame, but you can still kind of see a little bit of these dots over here that are kind of protruding our head. And this is an unwanted look, obviously. So if I were to go back to my scene view, this is what's happening. So this is our merged versions of the head and the body particles, and this is the body. So you can see that the particles step a little bit ahead of our head particles. So when I merge this here, we can see that these particles that are in front are kind of coming in front of our skull. What we can do is we can fade this density, so we can say for this body particles, we can simply adjust the color which is responsible for our density later down the chain. So we can just fade in this color over the very first beginning section of our trail. Let's maybe make some room over here. Grab all of these and move them below, and let's drop an attribute VOP right after our deformation node over here. So let's maybe try to adjust this color, and I will just simply say fade CD. Let's step inside and let's first isolate the part that we are interested in, and then we can subtract it from the overall color. We can again use the age, and we can do the same thing that we did earlier with scaling the deformations of this trail. So I will drop down a bind, and I want to grab this age. And if we remember from previous lessons, this age goes from a value of 0 to 1.8. So we want to fit that value, and I'll drop down a fit, and I will say that the source max will be 0.8. And let's drop down let's place this into a ramp so we can have further control. And let's just make this into a spline and plug this ramp for now directly into the CD. And let's go up and reset the ramp. So we can see that with this ramp now we can adjust the color. Let's reverse this ramp, and let's maybe just see if we can grab only the beginning portion that we are interested in. Okay, so maybe something like this, and we can also further make some adjustments here. Maybe drop down another point in between, grab all of these and turn them into a B-spline. Okay, so now this will have a much more smoother result. Alright, and maybe we can even go to our merge node, and we can see that when we subtract this section that we isolated here from our original color, this section now will be faded. So maybe we can even bring this a little bit closer. So we basically determine where exactly we want our density to start. And let's say that this should be fine for now. And let's go in our attribute VOP, and we will simply, like we said, subtract this from our original color. So I will drop down a subtract node and place this as our second input. So we subtract, the order matters here, so make sure that your first input is the color and the second input is this ramp, and place this into our color. And we can see now that while we still have visibility on the particles, they are completely black. So when we rasterize them, if I go to my pyrobake, we can see that they no longer have density. And if I were to disable this effect that we just created with the color adjustment, we can see we have these ugly particles sticking through our skull. And with our new adjustments, we get rid of that.